This presentation is brought to you by Arizona State University's Julianne Wrigley Global Institute of Sustainability and a generous investment by Julianne Wrigley.
So this is what everyone wants to know. How can we win the war on global warming? There's a huge amount of confusion out there. This is just literally a tenth of the number of different eco-labels that exist. So the public is very confused, businesses are very confused, so our role in city government is to help reduce confusion and promote clear-headed action that people can follow. So we've set up a green business program that walks businesses through every element of not only climate change, but toxics reduction, transportation, recycling, water, everything, really high standards, and that's something that anyone can steal. It's on our website. We want people to steal it. In the kind of global competition around the environment, we want people to steal every idea that exists out there, and that's partly why I'm here today to work with John and others. Energy efficiency has been a big program. We spend about $32 million to reduce people's energy bills, mainly small businesses, and we save small businesses now upwards of $20 million a year on their utility bills. This is the solar map, which was kind of an idea that we want to promote solar power in San Francisco. We have Steph Stoppenhagen here with CH2M Hill, who is a partner on this project, and we said, how can we use digital technology to promote the solar? And really the first question is, well, what does my roof look like? I mean, people don't spend a lot of time on their roof. And even if they did, they wouldn't know the solar potential of the roof. So here you enter your address right above Get My Info. Every single parcel, every single one in San Francisco has been digitized. And we looked at both the shading and the square feet to determine the roof size, then the estimated solar potential, the electricity that can be produced, the savings, and then the carbon savings. So for this is on Harrison Street, any business can phone up or they can look themselves. It also allows solar installers to start mining this data to find the best roofs in the city for them to put solar panels up. Then it shows you all the incentives, state incentives, San Francisco created an incentive, and federal tax credits. And then the Facebook aspect is that everyone wants their picture next to their solar panel, so people put their own pictures up and then tell you the installer that they use. So it's become like a phenomena. People want to get solar, they want to be in competition with their neighbors, they want to show their grandparents back east, or whatever the story may be. People get excited by it, and then you can kind of see the goal. The Department of Energy gave $5 million based on what we did in San Francisco to make other cities adopt this for little or no money. So this is something that Phoenix or any of the cities that you come from can do really easily. And if you want to, talk to Steph afterwards. So money is a big goal of most people. They like money. I like money, especially $100 bills. That's why I put this one up there. And so, you know, you can put mandates out there. You can kind of guilt people into doing stuff. None of that really works. People are tired of being told what to do. But if you say, you know what, we're going to give you $6 grand to put solar on your roof, people are like, oh, I mean, I'm starting to get interested. So we tied our social values into the money. We said, if you get $6,000, you have to hire someone from a local job creation program. And it has to be a local San Francisco-based company. We don't want people coming from out of state to get this rebate. If you get this rebate, you need to be focused in San Francisco and hire at-risk youth through a job training program. And this is that program. We've done a lot of solar. This is another project. San Francisco is in the green on the bottom of the picture. Marin's at the top. The red is the power going through the Golden Gate. That's where the Golden Gate Bridge goes on top of. And this is what tidal power underneath the Golden Gate Bridge could look like. So we're really exploring what we can do to harness that, and also the waves. We have a permit application into the federal government to do a 5 megawatt, basically enough to power 5,000 homes, project off Ocean Beach. As a result, we get to close power plants. There's nothing more gratifying. I can actually see this in the distance from my window. Nothing more gratifying than closing a power plant. Now it's completely gone. completely gone. Not even a trace of it. They spent 2 years demolishing it, and it's really an incredible sense of satisfaction, especially for the communities that lived right next to it that had incredibly elevated levels of cancer and asthma. This is the remaining power plant in San Francisco that we're working to get rid of. So this motivates me to. It was actually taken from my wife's as a painter, and the studio, this is what the window looks out to. So trash is another component of climate change. Every city has trash, and we've spent a lot of time getting to our goals. I like this Shell ad. Don't throw anything away, there is no away, which is true. It doesn't really go anywhere. So today, actually, you're the first people to hear this. The mayor hasn't announced it yet, but actually today our rate is 72% recycling rate. So all the waste, total amount of waste, which is close to 2 million tons, 72% of it is recycled or reused. And then our goal is to get to 75 by 2010 and to zero waste, no waste going to landfill or incineration by 2020. This is what we collect, so we spend a lot of time looking at what we do collect. So we have a single stream recycling, so all bottles and cans and paper and glass can go in the blue. Food scraps, which now are 400 tons a day from our homes and restaurants, get collected curbside and get turned into organic compost, and then the black card is for everything that's left over. So this is our compost facility. We actually sell that 400 tons a day to organic vineyards and golf courses and farms, and then the food comes back to San Francisco, and we're actually closing the loop. Vehicles are 49% of our emissions. This is a first project we did with Cisco to create a connected bus that had Wi-Fi and made people want to get on the bus. We have lots of ways. Critical Mass is a very cool bicycle anarchist program that basically the last Friday of the month just goes onto the streets and closes traffic down. But people have a lot of fun doing it. I'd recommend it if you're ever in San Francisco.
This presentation is brought to you by Arizona State University's Julianne Wrigley Global Institute of Sustainability for educational and non-commercial use only.